Hi there guys, this is Tiffany from Tiffany's Nail Babes. Just wanted to show you a really quick Color Street application. There are a couple things you need to do before applying your Color Street, and that's going to be to prep your nails. So you're going to want to file your nails to the length that you like. Glass file is preferred if you have one of those, and it's healthier for your nails. So after you've filed all of your nails, and get them to the length and shape that you like, you're going to take your cuticle pusher and you're going to push all of your cuticles back. So you want to do this for all of your nails. I've already pre-done this, so really this is just to show you guys. Next, you are going to take a alcohol prep pad. One of these will come with your sets. You are actually going to take this and you are going to wipe all of your nails. This is going to get any of the extra oils or lotions off of your nails that you didn't previously get off. You do want to wash your hands before doing all of this as well, just to make sure we're going to have nice, clean hands. And then you want to take that prep pad and you want to rub the pads of your fingers on it to make sure we're getting all those oils off, because you're going to be handling the strips. So in a pack of Color Street, you actually get 2 of these strips. There are 8 different sizes, and then you're only going to be using 5 of them for a manicure though, unless you have really long fingernails. So the first step is to size out your strip. That's obviously too small. This next one might be a contender. So what I'm going to do to know for sure whether the strip fits is I'm actually going to bend it right down the middle like that, and then I'm going to put it up against the nail. And what I'm looking for is that there's not a gap right there, but you see that gap? That actually means that this strip is a little bit too small. So I am going to set that aside, and we'll try the next strip. So same thing, I'm going to bend this. That looks like a much better fit. There's no gap on the side. It goes all the way around. So this is the strip I'm going to use for my nail. Now I'm going to show you 3 different application techniques. The first one is really good for beginners. So this is going to be when you're first starting out with your Color Street. If you take the top tab off, this is really important. You want to remove this. Otherwise, it's really hard to get off and you can't break your strip off afterwards. So first step is to remove the little clear layer. Then you're actually going to cut your strip right in half. So as long as you don't have super long nails, this method will work for you. You're then going to peel off the little tab, peel it off the white backing, and then peel the tab off. Okay, then I'm going to take this strip and I'm going to line it up right below my cuticle. Okay. You don't want to be on top of your cuticle because that can cause the strips to break away. So put it right down there in the center, and then I'm going to push it down just like that. Okay, so that looks like a really nice, I'm going to press it down really good. If you have any left extra on the side, like I kind of do right here, you're actually going to just use your nail to break that little excess away and pull it away from the nail. And then you're going to fold the extra on over. Okay, so you get a nice little wrapping around the edge of your nail, and you're going to break it off just by pushing your thumbnail underneath and then pull the excess away. And then you're going to take the other strip, the leftover that's still on the backing, peel it off, and we are going to be putting this on the opposite hand. So same thing, I'm going to get as close as I can to the cuticle without going over. Okay, I'm placing it as close to the center as I can. And I'm going to press down the center of the nail, and then I'm going to press down the sides. And you'll give it a little bit of muscle when you're pressing down, okay? Don't be stingy with your press. Okay, and then same thing, I am going to just wrap it around the edge. I don't have any excess on this one, so I don't need to worry about that. And then I'm going to use my thumbnail, and I'm going to just press underneath and peel that away. Okay, and I am going to show you guys that on one more nail, and then I'll show you the other technique. So first is to take off this little clear strip. Second step, cut the nail in half. Third step is to peel off the backing and to pull the little tab away. Sometimes you'll get a little extra piece that doesn't pull off that you just have to kind of go in and take off. Okay. And then I'm going to place this again as close to the cuticle as I can without going over. See, now I didn't place that very well, and I've got that little extra over there. What you can do is you can actually peel the color street off very gently because you don't want to rip it. So you're just going to kind of pull it away, straighten it out a little because I ruffled it a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit better job placing this down. There we go. That's a little better foot placement. And again, I'm just going to smooth it down the center. And I was a little off to the side on that, but that's okay. As long as you haven't placed the strip completely down and pressed it all the way down and ripped it off, you can peel it back up. Okay, so pull that little extra away. Okay, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other side. So the strips are actually very forgiving. They can be lifted and placed as many times as you need. So if you have shaky hands, not too big of a deal. But again, you get really good at kind of placing them. That again is not perfectly down the center. So I am going to lift it again, take it off, move it over just a little bit. Oops. Nope. See what I mean? You can lift them as many times as you need. There we go. It's a little bit better. Straight down the center like that. And then again, I am just going to fold that right over the tip of my nail. And I'm going to use my thumbnail to break off that extra piece. Okay. And next up is going to be a method that is, once you're put on a couple more sets, this is another way that you can do it. And it's not going to be cutting. The only thing is if you're using the opposite side of the strip, like I am from the other piece of my nail, I just want to be able to make sure that I'm not folding the strip on top of itself because it's really hard to get it off of that. So I'm going to place this down, okay, just like that in the center. And again, I'm going to press down, okay. Now, one way, sometimes when you do it like this, you get a little wrinkle right here, or a little bubble on the side. So what you want to do is you want to actually use your base finger as an anchor and give it a little tug, and then you'll push underneath. So you want to do that on both sides. So give it a little tug, push underneath. And then, see, this is where it gets tricky because it can kind of attach to itself. So we're going to give it a little tug and then break it off in the center. So that's where the little bit of technique comes in, and you really get that just from practice. But then I'm going to take this leftover strip, and I'm going to do the same thing on this nail that I did on the previous. Okay, so since I've already got it, when you don't have to worry about it, it's really easy to just kind of fold it over on the two edges and then down the middle. And then that way, that eliminates any possibility of bubbles in your nails because you're pulling it tight from both sides. Okay, so we'll do that one more time with the pointer finger. So we take it off the back, break this little piece away. Oops, stuck to my finger. My fingers are super clean, so they're super sticky. Okay, and again, I am just going to put this down as close to the cuticle as I can get it without being on top of the cuticle. That is really important, guys, because if you put it on top of your cuticle and your nail grows out, it's going to be solid. Okay, so I'm anchoring again with this finger, and then I'm going to push underneath, straighten that out, and I'm going to anchor with this finger, pull it and push underneath, and then same thing with the center. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other side and do the same thing. So what I was saying with the, oops, go. Nope, that is not a good fit. Sometimes your nails need just a little stretch to fit. They have a very, very little bit of give that you can give them, but it'll work. And you get that little bit of extra width that you might need. But you want to make sure you are not on top of your cuticles because the nail will dry on top of the cuticle, and then when your nail grows, there'll be a gap in between your nail and the color street. And if that gap is there, it can get caught in your hair. And we don't want that because then you can wind up pulling off the back of the nail. So make sure that you're not on top of your cuticles. Okay, there we go. So now we're always going to start with our pinkies and work our way to our thumbs. The reason for that is our thumbs are our tools. So we're going to do our thumbs last. And in doing so, I'm going to do this the same way that I was just doing the last strip. Okay. But on the last finger, on my right finger, I'm going to do it a little different. So the left hand, or your non-dominant hand, which will be the one that you'll do first, it'll be just like normal. So just like any normal strip. So I give a little tug there, and I'm pushing down, and then I want to straight that out. I'm going to give a little tug here and break that off. Oops, see, I want to be sure not to wrinkle that because I need that for my other finger. Okay. So nice little tugs. I missed breaking that off all the way. Okay. So I'm going to then, I don't want to use this thumb to break this off because it hasn't had time to cure yet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cuticle pusher instead. So this is another technique that you can use for your color street, is you'll go ahead and apply your nail, roll it over the edges like that, and then take the cuticle pusher and use it to break off any excess nail that is on your finger. And then you can just peel that away. So mine's very sticky today. So peel away your little excess. And there you go. Voila. Beautiful nails in a matter of about 12 minutes. The only thing I want to suggest to you is after you have done your nails is to keep your nails out of the water for about 30 minutes to an hour. So no water and no lotion until they've completely cured. I would give it a full hour just to be careful. And then you don't want to do any heavy scratching with your nails. It's okay to scratch your skin. It's okay to run your hands through your hair, change a diaper, or any of that other fun stuff. Not the changing the diaper, but you know, the other stuff. And just don't get your hands wet or put lotion on them or do any heavy scratching for an hour, and you are good to go. You'll have a nice long cure and your nails will last up to 2 weeks. Enjoy.